No one noticed when Emma walked into school that morning, head down, hoodie up, backpack hanging off one shoulder. That was normal. She liked it that way. Blending in helped her avoid the cruel stares, the whispers, and the ones who took pleasure in picking on the quiet ones. But that morning, something was different. Her hands were shaking more than usual. She hadn't slept well. Her father, a SWAT commander, had left early for a special training session nearby, and she missed the safety she felt whenever he was around. She reminded herself he wouldn't be far, just a few blocks away. But in the world of a high school girl, even a few blocks felt like miles when your worst fears came true. Emma had always been the target, too quiet, too different. Her hair wasn't styled like the popular girls, and she wore old clothes because her family didn't waste money on trends. But what really made her a magnet for cruelty was that she never fought back until that day. Second period ended, and Emma tried to slip past the crowd in the hallway. She kept her eyes low, heading toward the library. But three girls, Marissa, Talia, and Zoe, blocked her path.
Ow.
"Where do you think you're going, freak?" Marissa smirked, stepping forward. Emma didn't answer. She never did. That only made them. "Boulders still can't talk, huh?" Zoe chimed in. "Maybe we should teach her how to speak." Before she could react, they grabbed her arms. Emma gasped, trying to break free, but they were too strong. Talia yanked her backpack off and dumped it on the floor, scattering her books. "Let's take her somewhere private," Marissa said, laughing. Emma's heart pounded as they dragged her. Down the hallway, no one helped, no teachers in sight. Just the sound of their heels and her scuffed shoes scraping the floor. They pushed her through the bathroom door and locked it behind them. "Take off your hoodie," Talia ordered. Emma refused. Marissa grabbed her hair. "Do it, or we'll do it for you." Tears welled in Emma's eyes. Not again, not like this. She wished anyone would burst through that door, but no one ever did. What they didn't know, what no one knew, was that a SWAT team was running close quarters training drills in the abandoned wing of the school right next door. Her father, Commander Blake Matthews, was leading the team. Suddenly, Emma's dad's voice echoed in her memory. "Always stay aware of your surroundings, and if you're in trouble, yell loud, make noise. Someone will hear you." Emma clenched her fists. She could feel the tile wall behind her, cold and dirty. The girls were getting closer. Marissa raised her phone, ready to record whatever came next, but Emma had enough. She screamed, not a small cry, but a full force. Throat-tripping scream that shattered the silence. Down the hall, through the vents, her voice reached the SWAT. Team. Blake froze. He knew that scream. "Everyone, stop. That's my daughter." Before the team could react, he was already running, radioing school security as he burst through emergency doors. He didn't wait for permission. Didn't need it. Emma screamed again. This time the girls froze. "What was that?" Zoe whispered. Panic starting to set in. But it was too late. The bathroom door slammed open so hard, it cracked. In stormed Commander Matthews, followed by two fully geared officers. The girls screamed, this time in fear. Emma collapsed into her father's arms. Sobbing, "You came," she whispered. "Always," he said, wrapping his arms around her protectively. Marissa, Talia, and Zoe were pulled aside, protesting and crying, but no one was listening to them now. The school principal arrived minutes later, stunned at the scene but thankful it hadn't gone further. For once, the right people were in the right place. The story spread like wildfire across the school. Emma didn't hide her face the next day. She walked taller, her dad's jacket around her shoulders. She still wasn't loud. She still didn't care for attention. But something had changed. She wasn't afraid anymore, and the school had changed too. Teachers paid more attention. Students looked out for one another. The silence that had once protected bullies now protected the ones who needed it most. Challenges Emma faced, being targeted daily for being quiet and different apathy. From classmates and teachers who ignored her struggles deep-seated. Fear and trauma from repeated bullying, isolation, and the belief that no one would help her. How she overcame them remembered her father's advice to speak up in danger found. Strength in her voice at the critical moment, received immediate support. From someone who truly cared inspired change in the environment around her final message. Sometimes, the smallest voices carry the loudest strength. Emma didn't become a hero by fighting back with fists. She became one the moment she decided. She would no longer suffer in silence. And thanks to her courage, and a father who never stopped looking out for her, she reminded everyone that no one deserves to be hurt just for being quiet, because being quiet is not a weakness. And when you speak up, the right people will hear you.